Hello, everyone. Is Professor Noor, and today I'm gonna go through PowerPoint, how to create, edit presentation with pictures. So in this PowerPoint, I will teach you how to select and change a document theme, how to create title slide and text slide with a multi-level bulleted list, adding a new slide and change slide layout, change font size and color, how to bold, italic, and underline the text, how to insert images into the slide with and without content placeholder, how to move and resize the pictures. So, but the first thing is, what is a PowerPoint? Microsoft PowerPoint or PowerPoint is a full feature presentation app that allow you to produce compelling presentation to deliver and share with an audience. So a PowerPoint presentation also is called slideshow. So the collection of slides in a presentation is called a deck. So let's start the PowerPoint, and then I will explain the environment of PowerPoint. So I will open PowerPoint. So PowerPoint is launching. It might take a few seconds to configure. So a PowerPoint presentation can help you deliver a dynamic, professional looking message to an audience. So the first thing is that when you open PowerPoint, you have already made templates that you can utilize, or you're gonna start with a blank presentation. And then you have more themes. You have a lot of design to choose from. So I will go with the blank to start PowerPoint from scratch. Click on it. Give it a few seconds. So once you have clicked blank, you will see now PowerPoint is gonna launch. And then this area here is your tabs. This area is your ribbon. Most of the Microsoft application, they have ribbons now. So the ribbon consists of groups. These are groups with a name on each of the group. So each of the group has names like PowerPoint group, and then drawing, editing, voice, and so on. The next thing is this guy here is your status bar. This is your status bar. Status bar. The status bar is located at the bottom of the window above the Windows task. That's the Windows. This is the window taskbar. So above this one here. So the other thing is that it shows that the taskbar consists of how many slides you have. Accessibility is good to go. If you want to add notes to your presentation, and then here is a normal view, and then slide sorter, this guy here to sort your slide, read mode, and then slideshow to run your presentation. This is your magnifier to zoom your slide. Now that's the slide outline. All your slide will be listed in this area. By default, you have only one slide to start with. In the right hand side, you want to get the full flash size of the PowerPoint in the right hand side. All right. Now we have also the scroll bars to move around. All right. So next, the ribbon located near the top of the PowerPoint window below the title bar. So the title bar is in the orange bar. Here is your title bar. So below that is the ribbon. This is the ribbon. This is the ribbon. All right. So then we have File, Home tab, Insert, Draw, Design, Transaction, and Animation, and so on. And then you can search. If you want to search anything here, you have to type it under the search. The next thing we have to go through is we have to start the process. And then the good thing is that when you move your cursor over any of these, it's gonna also show you the tooltip. For example, if I go here, and then when you move your cursor, you see that's the screen tip is a label that appears when you point to a button or an object that provide the name of the command, its purpose, available keyboard shortcut, and sometimes it also tells you how to obtain help about the command. So here it shows you what is what. Here is the draw, design tab, and then when you move here, layout, and then it tells you what the layout meant here, the command. So the next thing that we have to start with, suppose that if you want to search, just type here any keyword, how to center. So the next one, if you look here, this here is your quick access toolbar. This is your quick access toolbar, located initially above the ribbon at the left edge of the title bar, and it provides convenient one-click access to frequent use command. So with only a single click, you can activate any of the command listed under the quick access toolbar. Then the other side, you have the minimize, maximize, and close. All right. This icon here is about to customize the ribbon. If you want to customize the ribbon, then we have three options that you can choose from. Minimize, maximize, PowerPoint, and then if you want to close it, you will click on the X here. All right. So the first thing to start our presentation, what we're gonna do is that we have to display the different tab on the ribbon. So for example, I will click on insert. As you see, the insert or the ribbon change according to what the tab is. Insert, and these are all the commands for the insert in the ribbon. Draw, design, and then you have all the themes under the design, right? Next, now the good thing is that is a live preview. So when you move your cursor or you click on it, it's gonna show you how your stuff is gonna look like. See, see, see. So as you move, it's gonna show you how it's gonna look like. So if you don't want it, just you have to get out of it. And then you have these black down arrow for more of the teams. And then every team, they will have what we call variant. So you cannot change it to different design. For example, if you choose this one, right? And then you have the variant now have green, you can change it to this, you can change it to this. So I have 4 kinds of variants, right? So suppose if I click this one, now if you don't want the green one, I can change it to blue, purple, orange, right? So if you want this one, and then I can change it to orange, black, and gray and blue banded, right? So if you don't want anything, I will change it back to what it was. All right. So the first thing is that we have to change the background. To do that, we will go to the design, then themes. Themes is like a ready-made background that's gonna change your presentation, right? So we have different kinds of themes. So it's up to your presenter, what kind of presentation, and then what kind of background you want. So the next one that I want to share with you, this and this, they are your placeholders. The placeholder is the place where your text are the box with borders that are displayed when you create a new slide. So most of the layout has both title text placeholders and at least one content placeholder. So depend on the particular slide layout selected, right? So in this case, what we're gonna do is we have to choose the theme, which is the background, and the text and the color will change accordingly. So to do that, we will go to the design tab, click on it, and then you will see the themes. Click the small black arrow for more. And then we are looking for parcel. As you move your cursor over the themes, there you will see the screen tip with what the name of these themes are. So we are looking for parcel. So click on it. And then the first thing now we have to click to add the title. So always first you have to put the title of your presentation. So our title is gonna say Shirley Vet Hospital and Wellness Center, right? So that's the type. So every presentation that you do, you have to provide the name, the presentation name. Next, now here to add the sub. So the subtitle I'm gonna say is quality care for for pets and their families. Families, right? Next, you can zoom your slide. Yeah, you can make it small, bigger. As you move the bar to the left, it's gonna make it shrink. That will expand your slide if you move to the right, and you can see the numbers is 160. So you can move this around. You can use the zoom to view the view of the slide on the screen so that the text or the other content is enlarged or shrink. So the next is we need to select the paragraph. So we have to select the paragraph, highlight. So if you misspell something intentionally, I put this so I can show you how to correct. So you will do right click on the text with the wavy red. That means the spelling is wrong. And then we have to have families. So highlight, hold the left key of your mouse. You will get the mini toolbar. And then we wanna, if you wanna change the alignment, by default is center. So we're gonna italic the I. And then we wanna change the size from 20 to 32. So click the small black down arrow and choose 32. And then I can also use that from the home tab, all right? So highlight again, and then you can also change the color. So obviously what I want to do is I will highlight quality, and I will go to the big A with the red underline, that's the font color. And then we are looking for this green. All right. So we have clicked the green from the standard color, and we want the green. Next, we need to save our presentation. So I will go to File, Save. Now, when you click the file, you are in the backstage. So you are not gonna see the slide until you hit the arrow, right? So I will hit Save. I will click Browse so I can specify the location I wanna save my PowerPoint. I will go to Document, and I will save this one as Pet Hospital. I already have the Pet Hospital, so I will make it Pet Hospital 2. And then I will click Save. And I'm back to my presentation. Next. Now, if you look in the top, it says that the PowerPoint is being saved as Pet Hospital, Pet Hospital. And we specify to save it under the document. Next, to add a new title and content slide. So to do that, I will go back to Home. Under the slide group on the ribbon, you will see new slide. These are the different kinds of slide you can add to your presentation. So we are looking for title and content. Title and content. And then, as you notice, the new slide also has a bulleted, right? So I will go here in my title for my second slide, and I will say our services. Then I will click on the bulleted in my second placeholder. Now in the second placeholder, these are the different icons you can add to this placeholder. I can add images from my computer. I can search the web for some images. I can insert an icon. I can insert a smart graphics. I can put and insert a camera. I can insert video table, and I can also insert a chart. All right. So it depends what kind of information you wanna place on this slide, placeholder 2. So in this case, first I will type emergency here, then press the enter key. Now I want to indent, so the next bullet will be indented to the right from the emergency care. To do that, one way is I can go to the paragraph group, and then you will see this icon here. This increase list level. So it means you want to indent to the right. So click it. And then I will type X-rays laboratory 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 testing. Then press the enter key. Next, I want to move the bulleted back, so that's gonna be aligned with this one here. I want to make it here instead of being here, right? So to move this bulleted here, you have to click on decrease indent under the paragraph, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, number 4 group under the home tab. All right. So I'm here. I will go to the paragraph. I will say decrease. Now I will type my second message, preventive. Press the enter key. And then we wanna indent twice. So I will go back to the paragraph, increase, this one here, increase, 1, 2. All right. Now, if you said no, I don't want that to be there, I want to move it back. So you can go back to the paragraph, and then you can say decrease. Then I will type here routine checkups and vaccination. So I will misspell it. And then we will increase the indent for my next bulleted. And then I will say 1/3 of dogs and cats are overweight. Now we need to increase the size so that we can add emphasis. You will need to increase the font size for the word routine checkup. So highlight the routine checkup. In your mini toolbar, we will change the size to 18, or you could click on the big A, the small A to shrink it down. This one is to increase the font, or you can just click on the drop down and choose 18. And then you can also use the big A with a cab in here. Then I will boldface. All right. And then you can also underline. So to do that, I will underline 1/3, highlight, underline from the mini toolbar. All right. Next. Now, if you want to fix that, or later on, we will fix the spelling errors. So first we have to be done with our typing. So now we need to add a new slide, and we need to enter the slide title and headings. So the one we want to do now is that we want to add a comparison slide. The comparison layout has 2 headings and 2 text placeholders adjacent to each other. So an audience member easily can compare and contrast the item shown side by side. So to do that, you have to go back to the home, new, and look for comparison. So you have the side by side to compare anything. Now here the title will be so we are intentionally misspelling it. Obedience classes. Because at the end we have to use the spell check feature. So that's why we misspelled it. Then here we're gonna type basic and advanced skills. Now in the right placeholder, we're gonna say small group sizes. Now we need to change the font. So we want to change it to Cambria. Cambria is a serif typeface, meaning that the end of some of the letters are adorned with small decoration called serifs. So we need to highlight this, hold the shift key, and also click on. So do it again, highlight, hold the control key, and highlight the second title. Go back to the home. It says now under the font, it says Grill Sense. So click here and then look for Cambria under the C. Cambria. So click on it. So once we have changed to Cambria, now we need to add slide with title only layout. So go back to new, title only. And now to add the title will be grooming facilities. Now we need to change the theme. So the parcel theme that we applied, it looks like simple and doesn't have many design element. So what we want to do is that we're gonna go to design. We will click the more, and then we are looking for slide number, now for slide number 4, we have this one here, integral. So click on integral. As you see, our slide changes. So if you click on the slide outline, as you see, it changed according to the background that you have selected. The text, the color, design will change accordingly. Now, in your PowerPoint, you will have a designer. Some they have, some they don't have. So the designer means that instead of, I can't decide what to use, what kind of design will look good on my presentation, then I can choose the designer design. Like suppose I will just say, oh, give me this one. See, I can say, give me this one. I can say, I like this one regarding to my presentation. Look, so we have a bunch of them. This is from Microsoft now. So you want like this. Instead of using these themes here, you can use the designer. You can ask, oh, the design can show me some design that I can use for my presentation. So let's say, because yours is about the pet hospitals and wellness centers, so I can use something like this. I can do something like this, all right? So we don't want to use any of this, so I will go back and undo what I did. So that's what we want. We want the integral slide. Now the next thing, so if you want to move your slide to in a normal view, so if you look here, we are in a normal view right now. So if you want to move the slide around, just you could click and drag it. Select the slide and drag it. Look, move it wherever you want that to be, and then drag it down. Right, that's the way to move it when you are in a slide in a normal view. So the next step is to insert resizing and moving pictures. So I downloaded the picture in my computer. So you could use any picture you like that describes your presentation. So the picture tells the whole story, right? So in my slide number 1, I will go to insert. In the insert tab, the ribbon change with what you have clicked. So I clicked insert tab. This is the ribbon. Now I will go to the group that says images, pictures, because the picture is already downloaded to my computer. Then I will say this device. So we have different options. This device, I will browse it. I will go to download, and then I have unzipped the folder. Most of the time the folder is zipped, so you have to unzip it. So then double click it, and double click the unzip folder. These are the pictures. So we are looking for the support. These ones, I click insert, select, insert. The picture will be added to your presentation, the first slide. Then let's go to slide number 2. Then we're gonna go back to insert, picture, this device, and then we're gonna pick this picture. All right. Later on, we will adjust where we need these pictures to be. Next, we will go to the last one here, the last grooming. I will go to insert, picture, this device, and then we are looking for this one. All right. Then we need to go to the slide number 3 that has the 2 comparison placeholders. So in the first one, I will click on insert picture, this one. And then we have to choose which picture you want to put there. So this one. Then I will click on the first row with the second icon that says pictures. And then we're gonna pick this, the small groups. And so the picture will be according to the size that you have the placeholder. It look perfect. It look nice. Now we need to resize the picture so that our presentation is gonna look nice. So to do that, we will go back to slide number 1. And then if you wanna shrink the size of the image, click on it, and then you will see this circle. You can move it like this. I can drag it wherever you want this picture to be. You want that to be here. You want to increase the size a little bit upward. You want to move it here. All right. And then if you want to move a little bit here. Now, the next one is, then we have to go to the second slide, select this picture. Now, you can also adjust the size of the image by clicking picture format. And then the last group is gonna say size. And then you can adjust the height and width. So you can say, I want 5.22. And that will be, the width will be 805, 8.05, right? Then I will go back to the last one here, click on the picture, and the height is 5.49. That's it. And then by 8.24. And then it's still, we have to fix it. Then you see, I will move the page. Now, if you notice, you will see a dotted red line. This dotted line is your smart guide. It's gonna guide you where you want to see. That's the middle of the slide. And this is the smart guide. Is gonna display through the center of the picture, and horizontal smart guide is displayed along the bottom of the slide. So if you want it to be in the middle, that's where I will leave it here. All right. Then I will go this one, and then I will move this. You see, I have the smart guide is telling me where this has to be. Okay, I will move it somewhere here. All right, if you want to move it up. So the picture is here. Then the next one, we also need to insert another picture. So for this one, if you want to be in the middle, look for that red smart guided. So that's where I want this to be. I can increase the size of the image. All right. Now we need to go back, click on slide 2, go to insert picture, this device, because I downloaded the picture. I will take this. Now click on it. Now we have to rotate the picture. Hold the small arrow here to rotate it. And then we need to drag it. So we need to move this a little and shrink it down. It's too big. Click the dot. So if you want to increase the size, you can just stretch it. Right. If that is done, now if you want to adjust this, that you can move it wherever you want. See? With the smart guide, the dotted reds is the smart guide. Or you could adjust by going back to the picture form, select the picture, then go to picture format. You can adjust the height and the width. All right. Next, so you can adjust this one. And then you can also adjust this 4.8. So that's like this, but it's gonna cut out. So it's gonna out of the slide. So Control Z to undo what you did. Then I can move this here. Now this one, if you want, you can go back to the format tab. You can change to 6.3 just to show you how to change the size, and then 4.3. And then you see the height will be 1.14. We're gonna change accordingly. We'll just adjust accordingly. Okay? You can just stretch it. Now we can move the slide. So we have to select the thumbnail, and then we have to drag it above the slide 4. So let's say, for example, I want the thumbnail slide number 3 to move to be the last one. So select the thumbnail and drag it to the position you're looking at. So that's 4. All right. Now save your presentation from the quick access toolbar. Save it. so that you are not gonna lose your work. Now, the next, if you wanna go back to the file, and then you can say close. Now you will go to file, open, and then you will see the recent, click on the recent. And then the good thing is I was in the last slide when I was modifying. See, it's gonna take you straight to the last slide that you were working on. This beneficial is that, like, suppose if you are lecturing and you had uh, 20 slides, so I want to do 10 today, and next class I want to finish up the remaining 10. So then once I stop 10, next day when I open the same presentation, it's gonna bookmark me as I was slide number 10. So from 10, then I have to start the new slide, right? Next, making changes to the slide text content. So we need to delete the text in a placeholder. So to do that, I will go to the grooming, and instead of being facilities, I will change it to services. You can change anything, services. And you can delete anything you want. Now, we can also change the theme color. So every team has a 10 standard color, 2 for text, 2 for background, and 6 for the accents. So to do that, we will select, we are in slide number 3, so we're gonna go to design. And then because we are using the integral, now these are the variants. And then if you click here, and then we will go to colors. And then under the colors, we are looking for yellow, orange, yellow, orange. As you see, yellow, orange, my presentation changed. So if you go back, color, and then if you said yellow, orange, that's yellow, orange. As you see, my thumbnail one, the thumbnail one changes to that. All right. Now the next thing is we want to add notes. So why do we need to add notes? As you create slides, you might find material you want to state verbally and do not want to include on the slide. So there is something that I want to share with the audience, but actually I don't want to display that message on the slide. Just verbally I want to say to the audience. So to do that, if you look down here, you see here it says notes. So what I will do, I will click on it, and it's gonna open this area here. That's when you click notes, then it's gonna open this area where it says click here to add notes. So now here's where I have to add any notes I want. So let me show you how. If you want, you can increase this box a little bit up. And then I'm gonna say we offer quality dog and cat grooming services performed by our experience pet stylist. We will pamper your pet with a pad. So just you have to keep on typing the message that you want to relay to the audience. Nail trimming and ear cleaning. Services vary in price based on the animals breed size. All right, so we're done with that. Next, slide number 4. Then we're gonna type the same different message for this one, obedience classes. So obedience training is fun, rewarding for your dog and for you. Our classes focus on essential commands and socialization. You can highlight, you can boldface if you want to. You can see we cannot change the color, we cannot change the color, but you can increase the size. All right. Next is to check the spelling. So first I will click on my first slide. Then so spelling check is very valuable tool. You should always check your spelling before you send so that if there's any mistakes, you can correct that before you start your presentation. So you will always go to review tab and then the first group is proofing. Click on the big ABC spelling. It's gonna say that what you said vaccinations is wrong. So I will say this, change it. Now this one is wrong, the obedience. I will say change. You can also make it say it,
obedience,
obedience, and then change it. Spelling is checked. Click OK. Now we can change the view to a slideshow view. So you can run your presentation from here in your status bar in the left of the magnifier or zoom, this one here. I can click this to run my presentation, or I can go to slideshow and start from beginning, right? So either way you like. So I will go to slideshow tab, and then I will go from beginning. This is your presentation view. So if you right click, and you say hide presentation view, and then run it again. Now this time I used the cup. So let me see, go back from the beginning. Slideshow. So unhide, I hide it actually. I'll give it a few seconds. Then I will click on this here. Right, so this one. As you see that here, this means I want to hide it, right? So let me go back with this one here. I just stuck with this here. So this one, it should start playing it. And then if you see here, it's playing it. You see? Yeah, the next, actually I have two monitors, so it shows me the other monitor that I have. So if you don't want the presentation view, just right click and then hide presentation view. So because I had two screens, so that's why. And then I can see my notes, the notes that you added to your slide, number 4 and then number 3, right? Next, and then one more next, click on the play button, so it's gonna take you back. Now, the next one is if you wanna do sort, so you'll go back home. You will do, sorry, view, slide sorter. You can sort your slide. Either way, you want these here, or you want these to be here, and then here. Once you have adjust the arrangement of your slide, then double click it. All right. And then if you want to print out your presentation, you'll go to File, Print. So if you want just to print a gray, if you have a color print, then accordingly, and then let's see. So that's pure black. This and this. Somehow my printer is black and white, that's why. Then the next is you want to print out four slide in every slide will be in one page. So you want the print notes. So print notes will look like this. Gonna print the slide on the notes. If you go here and you say I want only 2 slides, it's gonna look like this. If you go here and say give me 4 slides, it's gonna look like this. Then slide hands out slide 3, and then you're gonna do something like this, and where the audience can write something on the right hand side of the slide, whatever the presenter has said. Then you will hit print, because actually my print is black and white, so that's why. Now the next thing is you can also change the print color. Then so if you want to get some help, also you can get back, click on the arrow, click on help, and then you can get help. Contact support, feedback, show training, what's new, and then help. If you click on help, and then you want to find something about font. And it's gonna give you all the information there. Cloud font in Office, benefit of embedded custom font, all these are the links that you can click on it. Now, the next thing I will share with you. Now, if you want to add transactional effect to your slide, not the image, not the text, only the slide, I will go to transactions, and then in the middle you'll see transition to this slide. So you could give different effect to the different slide you have, or you can give it the same one to all the slides. So in my case, I will give it different. So I selected one, and I will say give me curtain. Then I will go to my second. I will click here for more. I will say give me or origami. Then I will click the third slide. I will click here and then I will say, give me checker box. Then the last one, I will go here and choose which one you want. I will say, give me shred. All right. Now let's go back to slide one. Click the slideshow button from the status bar. See the effects, the transition effects. Next. Next. So what if you want to give effects to your text and image? So suppose select the picture, go to transaction. See the transaction tab, click on it, and you can use anything you want. So swivel. Now this one highlighted, and I will say bones. All right. So I will go to the second one. I will say this one. I will say spin. All right. And these dots indicates, these numbers indicate which one will be the first to be played, which animation will be played first. So if I click on the picture of the dog, and then if I say, see, it's gonna be fly in, right? So you cannot change the effect also. You want from the bottom, you want from the top left, you want it from the right, from the top edge. Look, it's up to you how to adjust your animation. Now, the next thing I want to share with you is that when you see here, when you run your presentation, to move to the next, the animation now. Now I have to click it to go to the next slide. All right. So what you can do, so you will select the slide, and then let's see. So what I want to do is that when you are on the animation, you could also advance, you now see it says advance on mouse click, which is under the transition. So under the timing group, if you don't want on mouse click, you will take it off. And then you have to adjust after what seconds you want. So after 5 seconds, change the slide, and then you can adjust the duration. And if you want, you can also put sound to the slide. So I will say, give me applause, for example. Then you will say apply to all. Now let's run your presentation. If you don't want, Just you will go here, you will say no sound. I don't want this to be by itself, like you have noticed that when you run it again. So I'm not clicking anything now. It's gonna go by itself. So that's is very beneficial when you are the only person and you don't want somebody to keep on clicking for you, so you can adjust the timer after what seconds or minutes that you wanna the slide to show you the next one, to advance to the next slide, right? So if you don't want any of this, so just remove the checksum from after on the on mouse click. So the slide will move when you click, then apply all, right? So that ends my lecture, and I hope that you have learned PowerPoint. So if you go to slideshow also, you can start from the beginning, from the current slide, right? So in this case, from the beginning, I'm already in the beginning, the first slide. So I can either use this cup too to start my presentation. So I hope that you learn from me how to create a nice presentation. Thank you. And be sure that to subscribe to my channel and also give me a comments, thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye.